Hi everyone, and welcome back to Stamp with Anna. Today is day 5, the final day of our apron series, and today we're going to make this adorable 3D box. Perfect as a little gift holder. I liked this paper because it looked like an apron, so I thought I could bring this as a housewarming gift, a hostess gift if I'm going to a barbecue. I can put some nice seasonings in there, and here I could put a gift certificate to a supermarket. You can use it for so many different reasons, but I just thought the gingham paper was perfect for a kitchen-y theme. You can certainly make it a thank you gift. You could do so much with this, and I think it's such a cute little idea. So we really, it's a lot like the other cards we've been making this week with just a couple modifications. So what we need for our major pieces of paper are 3 pieces of paper, all cut 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. We need another piece of paper, and I'm using garden green because garden green is my back piece, which is cut at 9 1/4 by 2, and we're going to do some scoring with that. Then we need 2 strips of paper that are 5 1/2 by 1/2. Then we need a piece of coordinating paper here, which is, I think, 3 1/2 by 2 1/2. Let me just double check. Yes, 3 1/2 by 2 1/2. And then we need scrap paper for the pocket and for the mounting of our sentiment. So let's get started on our project. Now what I did, because DSP is a little thinner than cardstock, I lined my DSP with white. I didn't want to use it just like this, because then I'd have red showing in the back, and I didn't want that. So because I lined it with white, it makes it, not only does it hide my red, it makes it a little sturdier. And then I used garden green for my back. So what I'm going to do is, just like we did with the other one, I'm going to mark 1 inch in from either shoulder, and this time I'm going to leave 2 1/2 inches from the bottom. So I'm going to come down 3, or leave 2 1/2 inches. 6 of one, half dozen another. You're making a mark at 3 down, so leave you 2 1/2 inches at the bottom. Okay. And then I'm going to take, again, we're using the layering ovals framelits, and we're using 4 of the different sizes this time. So what I'm going to do is take this, and I'm going to line those tick marks up as best as I can, and then I'm going to trace it. With my papers nice and lined up, I'm going to take this over to my Big Shot and cut it out. I'll be right back. Okay, and like we did last time, we're going to take this piece here. Let me all of them together. We're going to take this piece here, and we're going to turn it over, and then we're going to trace that. I'm going to put this back together nice and even, and we're going to cut that out of the Big Shot. I'll be right back. And here we are, all cut. Now, like we did earlier this week, I want to make this curve straight because it's straight on an apron. Okay, there's no curvy shoulders on an apron. So I'm going to just take my pencil and make a straight line. Bring that one over, try it a little again. And then with my papers nice and securely straightened up, all piled up, I'm going to cut along that straight line and along this one as well. And if there are any pencil marks showing, or if you have something sticking out like I did there, just come back in with your eraser and erase them. Now we're going to attach the green to the white. Now you might ask, why didn't you attach it before you put it together? Well, if I did and I put adhesive along the four corners, when I cut this out, these wouldn't be attached. So it kind of defeats the purpose. So with my snail, I'm going to attach the DSP to the white. Just straighten it up. You could probably use liquid glue so that you have a little bit of time to straighten it up, get it where you want. Okay, and there we go. Before we go any further, we need to decorate our apron. So the first thing we're going to do is going to take our piece of coordinating designer series paper. It was cut at 2.5 by 3.5, and we're going to just score a 1/4 inch on 3 sides, the 2 sides and the bottom. After we've done that with our snips, we're going to cut out these 2 corners, excuse me. And then because we want neat corners, we're going to angle them. And now we're going to bend them back, and we're going to apply some tear tape to those 3 sides. Excuse me. Now with my pierce tool, I'm going to remove that adhesive, that layer to the adhesive strip. And because I might put something in here, I want to make sure that there's no glue or sticky on the inside flap. So I'm going to just take whatever is hanging over and roll it back. Now I'm going to attach it to my front cover. Okay. And now we have another piece of, it's a little square, 1 by 1 square. I'm just going to freehand a cut on the bottoms just to square off my corners. And I'm going to attach that. Right about there. Okay. Now I'm going to do my stamping. And what I did, I have from the stamp set, You're So Sweet, I have the one. Now all I want is the Just For You. You can see I still have ink on it from my other project. So what I'm going to do, you could do this with a Post-it note, but I don't have any down here, so I'm just going to use some washi tape. And I'm going to mask off what I do not want to get inked up. And the other sides, the sides of the stamp don't really matter because we're going to cut out the Just For You. So now I'm going to ink this up with my Garden Green. And before I stamp with it, I'm going to peel off my washi tape. And I'm going to stamp on my white. And be careful because you get stuff on your fingers. Okay, there we go. Now I know that doesn't look like much, but I'll show you what we're going to do as soon as I clean off my hands here. We're going to take a couple different size ovals, and I'm going to cut this one out in with that oval. I'm going to cut a scalloped one out in garden green, and then on the scrap I'm going to cut out a larger oval. I'm going to do that on the Big Shot, and I'll be right back. Okay, here are my pieces, so now I'm just going to put that together. Oh, I need to put fast fuse on the white, and I'm going to layer my green scallop, and then I'm going to layer that. Now, I've been using this layering ovals to make the cutouts for all of the cards this week, but I really cannot stress enough what a great tool the layering framelits are. Whether you get the ovals or the squares or the circles, they are just invaluable. You get like 16 framelits, and you can do so much layering. See how nice that looks all matted up? So now that we have that done, we're going to start to put our box together. So I'm going to bring back my paper trimmer, open up my arm here. I'm going to score the piece that's cut at 9 1/4 by 2, and we're going to score it at 2 1/2 and 6 3/4. Then we're going to score it down each side at 1/4 inch. Now we're going to take our shears, our snips, and we're going to cut on all of these lines. And then we're going to angle them, because we're going to fold these over, and we want nice, neat angles. I'm real picky about that. If you don't fold them over, you just never get a nice clean corner, and it makes a difference. Okay, so you have a strip of paper that looks like this. So now we're going to fold all of our pieces in. And we're going to fold that. Now we're going to attach some tear tape to all of these pieces. Rather than have you watch me do that, I'm just going to do it off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I applied tear tape along all of these 6 sides. Now I'm going to take the front panel here, and I'm going to line, actually I'm going to do the bottom panel first. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to attach, I'm going to line this piece up and attach that. Okay. Then I'm going to bring this one up and do the same. And then I'm going to bring this one up and do the same. Okay, and see, this is what I mean about nice clean corners on the inside. You don't have any overlapping. Then I'm going to come in with the back piece, and I'm going to line it up, beginning with the bottom piece. And then I'm going to bring the 2 side pieces in, square those up, and this last one here, and square that up. And there we go, we're just about done. Now we're going to make our strap. So we have these 2 pieces of paper that are cut at 1/2 by 5 1/2. And we're going to take a bone folder, and we're just going to run it over that, just to break the fibers down a little bit. Then, with some glue dots, we're going to attach 2 glue dots on the very end here. One there, one there, one there, and one there. And we're going to, from behind, put this right about here. Then we're going to take our strap, and just turn it over so that it's nice and straight. And we're going to attach it on the other side. And then we're going to do the same with the back one. We're going to put a glue dot, 2 glue dots on either side of the strip. And I'm going to come in and attach that right there. I'm going to straighten our strap out so that it's not twirled, and press. And there we go. We have a little handle to carry it, which also acts as our the strap to put it around the neck. And there we go. Isn't that cute? I think it's great to put a little gift in. You could do so much with it. Put a little bit of stuff a little bit of tissue paper in there, and put a couple bottles of spice in there. Again, because we made the front pocket with those little flaps in there, we can put a gift card in there. So it's really cute. And like I said, I like the gingham print. I think the gingham gives it that barbecue feel. So you could do it in red gingham. You could do it in brown if it's for a man. Even this green works great for a man. So I think that's great. I hope you will give it a try. And I hope you've enjoyed this week's apron cards. And next week is our last week of clothing cards. We'll be doing some baby cards. So I really hope that you will come back and join in for next week's series. If you have any questions about this project or any of the products that I've used, please contact me through my blog, www.stampwithanna.blogspot.com. Thanks so much.